Okay, so welcome back then, and we're about ready for gate drop for the second RFX 125 moto of the day. And a fantastic race one. Everybody there raring to go.
Different track out there now, Phil.
Oh, God,
from when these race. Here we go. The 15-second board is up. The revs are coming up. These 125 riders gate down, and who is going to get the whole shot here? Somebody from the middle got a ripper there. Ooh, looks like Lucas Moncrief, I think.
Is it?
Or is it Alfie Geddes Green? It might be Alfie.
Yeah, that looks like Alfie Waggett there on the outside. So I think it was Waggett that's going to take the whole shot. It is the Ryan Racing 55 KTM of Ryan Waggett.
Oh no, it's Richmond.
Oh, it's Richmond
and Moncrief. Yeah,
548 of Aidenstadt in there as well, Jeff. So a little bit of rain on the camera lens, but I think the weather at the moment is holding.
Yes, I think we've gone past the worst of it, Phil. I'd like to think so. We've got a bit of a... This race should be all right, no issue. Right, this is going to be good then, because Richmond, obviously, this would be for the overall, because Waggett got second in the first moto.
He did. Alfie Geddes Green there in 10th, but Stocks there in 6th, Stat in 5th. Another great start from the 79 of White McGregor. So he's got whatever he's on off the line very, very well. Not sure what it is, but our race leader then, for the first time, up through the Moto Verde waves. Ryan Waggett, our first round winner, went 1-1 there. And he is there. It's still in the championship. He's, I think he jumped back to second in points then, with beating Drew Stock in Moto 1. There was only a point separating them as they went to the line for that race, and Waggett then holding the advantage. And he will have moved up. But it is still the 30th Charlie Richmond that is the current championship leader. He sat there in second on the S. Briggs Commercials Yamaha, Jeff, and a rider that's building in confidence. But he's got Lucas, he's going to have Lucas Moncrief, Hayden Statt and Drew Stock for company fairly soon.
Yeah, Hayden Statt he's going to want a really good race here. Didn't go for him in the first one at all, not where he wants to be, way down the field. Richmond doubling in and gets the job done. Didn't quite get over it cleanly, but it was enough.
Yeah, he didn't get over the first one at all, but he got over the second one.
So third. I think that's Hayden Statt already moved up to third.
Yes, you're right.
It is. He's honestly, he'll be livid.
Waggett around the outside, not quite there. So Waggett electing not to do the double into the turn in that one. I think that line is gone, never to be seen again in race 2. He was the only rider doing that, and we'll give him props for being the only guy we saw do it. Even Conrad Muse didn't do that.
So ignore the timing column, the K-Tech timing column. That is not right. That will refresh. Your Planet Moto first lap leader is Charlie Richmond. Another 5 points, because he obviously had it in the first one.
So Waggett tipped off in pursuit of Richmond in the first one, but I think he was of similar speed. Well, that was a lovely line from Waggett there, wasn't it?
Impressed by that, Phil.
There in third, Drew Stock then is fourth.
Much better start from Drew Stock.
Those 4 have gone.
Good God, that is a massive gap. What's happened there? Wow.
Yeah.
I've never seen a gap so quick like that after one lap between the leader bunch of riders.
Lucas Moncrief, Alfie Geddes Green was up there in 6th position. He managed to find his way
back in front.
79 of McGregor.
Yeah, look at that. He's got back in mode. Obviously, while we were looking at that gap. Oh, game on. This will be good.
A look over the shoulder then from Richmond. So he wants to know where everybody else is. So Waggett's obviously got a really good line down the bottom, or Richmond made a bit of a mistake down the bottom end of the waves and paid the ultimate price.
We can't see it on. That's one place we can't get with our cameras. Down there, Phil, was a little double. I say little. It's actually quite big coming out of the corner.
I didn't get all the way down there the other day.
So maybe just Charlie hung it up on that. We can't see it. It's a difficult one because it's right as they come out of the corner.
So let's see if Waggett can do a little bit better through these waves, because this is where he lost the lead on the previous lap. He's moved to the centre of the circuit and he stopped he's got over it, so that's good for him, and Richmond cases it. So all of a sudden, the time that Waggett lost on the first lap, he's won it back and then some through that wave section on that lap.
Oh, a little bit sketchy through there, but he's pushing the envelope. He's going for it.
He's loose as a goose, right?
Yeah, he is.
That's a nice little line there as well.
I think Hayden Statt's going to be joining this party soon as well, and I wouldn't rule out Drew Stock, because in that first moto. Drew came from quite a way back.
He did. He's gapped off at the minute. He was 2 seconds back from Hayden Statt as they came across the line last time.
I'm amazed at the pace of these four to get that far away on the opening lap.
That's insane. I mean, it was just like half of it. There's a little voice in the back of my head going, "Oh, they stopped it again."
Look at the lap time there, Phil. I mean, that's like a 12-second swing in one lap. So unless there was a bit of I don't know, something happened with the other riders. That's mad. But the top four have absolutely gone in this one. Waggett setting the Phoenix Tools fastest lap of the race that last time around with a 2:08.459, taking 2 seconds out of Richmond. So as we try to pick up the leaders again now, so it's Ryan Waggett back out in front. Then it's Richmond. He's, like I said, lost 2 seconds that last lap around. We're not entirely sure what happened, and he looked a bit casual, as if he was looking behind him to see what was going on. But I would say this much: Charlie has been around this sport already long enough to know that a 2-1 is going to be a 1-2.
Yes. So Waggett's still leading this one at the moment, and say this is for the overall. Charlie Richmond can't afford to sit there. And don't forget that Hayden Statt had a disaster in the first one. I don't even think he was classed as a finisher.
Better lap from both of those top two.
He was 20th, so Statt not going to figure at all in the overall.
Definitely not. And the top two have just pulled, I'd say, half a second on Statt on that lap.
Yeah, the Raji Raya Racing KTM of our race leader Ryan Waggett. Like you said, he just concentrated on sprint laps and then lost a little bit of concentration and went down by his own admission in your interview, Jeff.
Just want to highlight this bit of leg swag there, Phil. Just want to highlight this. Obviously, we said coming into round 4 that Charlie Richmond hadn't won an overall. He'll be conscious of that, leading the championship,
and at the moment
hadn't won he's
still not.
Yeah, hadn't won an overall, hadn't won a race, won the first race this morning. But they desperately want to follow that up with the overall victory. But he's got to get past number 55 ahead of him to do that.
He has. They've put 4 and a bit seconds into Hayden Statt, so Statt not closing in, and Statt has got a comfy lead then over Stock. Now Drew Stock then dropped off in 4th. There is the 418, and then it will be Alfie Geddes Green that will come into shot next. Rider by on the 111.
Okay, it looks like just looking at Lucas Moncrief, who was there in the top 5 originally, gone down to, where is he? He's dropped down the leaderboard to 10th, is he? No, 11th. So something's happened there for the 531.
Shout out to Fabian Junior Morrison on the 259. He's there in 6th. That's certainly the highest we've seen.
I think so. Yep.
That Yamaha rider, and he's having a good go. But this is the battle for the lead. This is where the overall is. And no apologies for following the battle, because this is where the overall winner is going to come from. One of these two. Richmond round the outside. He's going to get a run. No, not quite close enough.
Nasty little kicker on that inside.
Yeah, he's starting to get like that, isn't it? But fair play to Waggett. He lost the lead and won it back, and he's held on for a couple of laps now.
You can actually see the ruts on that first takeoff, can't you? As it's grooved out. Oh, again, hanging it up. Ryan, a better stab of it through there that time.
They're being brave, aren't they? Because they know they've got to send it. Richmond will be knowing that, well, I can't just roll it because he's going to jump it. And Waggett will be going, well, I've got to jump it because he's going to jump it. The different lines through there.
That's good track design, Phil, that is. That's kind of inside, outside.
I wasn't convinced when I walked around on Friday, Jeff, that they were going to pan out. But obviously, look, these guys run this track. Nobody knows it better than the people that run it all the while. And I'm really pleased with the way that we've had. There's alternative lines there for everybody to use. But Waggett's still looks like he's hanging on. He's riding a good race here, and he's making Charlie Richmond really, really earn this win if he's going to manage to sneak it away. They're now 8 seconds up the road from 3rd place Hayden Statt, so they've checked out from the best of the rest. Yeah, they have. They're just edging away from Statt, who will be frustrated. A third's not going to cut it for him, particularly after his first moto, outside the points let's not forget those. His Stat's first year in this class. So I think the expectation was a bit of a kicker, wasn't it? I think the expectation of Hayden Stat coming in, obviously with Jamie Keith and Josh Vale moving on and Stat being so dominant on the big wheel 85, that he was going to come in and maybe do better than he has. But I still think he's been really respectable for a rider that's finding his feet in this 125 class. This time Richmond follows him through on that inside line, deciding that there was nothing to be gained by running wide, and they're already starting to get into lap traffic. Rider goes to the inside. Oh, it's going to be as he managed to go around the outside. Richmond's got up the inside. They're right together, and I think that Richmond's going to have a bit of a run on him here, is he?
Oh, he came up, bounced up that one. They both did, but Richmond more than Wagger.
I love that head-on shot, Jeff. It's so good.
Of course, it looks nothing on TV because we're looking straight down the pipe. It doesn't look like, how are they not getting over that? Go and look at it from the side, and then go and actually go and look at the track, which we haven't got cameras down there. Yeah. That is so whooped out and right out.
And props to our MXGB-TV team. Not the easiest of tracks to film this. It's a very tight and twisty track going back and forth in a really, really tight.
Well, yeah, there's bikes going everywhere. That's so when you're looking through a lens, it's you just see bikes going in all directions.
But as always, the guys and girls bringing us excellent pictures as always. Waggett then just got to find his way past this slower rider.
Now I'm wondering, Charlie, what kind of game is he playing here in second? Is he trying to get past as quickly as he can? Is he just still sat there? Obviously, the clock ticking down. There's going to be a point if he doesn't make the move in the next 3 or 4 minutes where desperation is going to have to start playing a part.
Well, he's going to have to do something soon if he wants to take the overall, but I've got to be honest, I think Ryan Waggett is just doing what he needs to do to take the win. Richmond's hanging on.
So evenly matched. This is where it might get. This could be Charlie's opportunity.
Yeah,
we're getting into a lot of lap traffic, and we're getting into what I would say the infield. This particular section coming up is probably the tightest section on the circuit.
This is going to make Waggett look for different lines. Oh, he nips up the inside there, puts a back marker between himself and the number 30, Charlie Richmond, and he's going to cut to the inside here. Oh, that was great riding by Waggett. That was great riding.
I think Charlie's going to be the one that's going to hold up. No, he also splits those two lap riders pretty comfortably. Now this is where Waggett could really get held up, because if you can't get a run on getting over these jumps, and
you can see the disc to the side on.
Oh, see what I'm saying? They got a split rider. Whoa! Oh!
I've never made a noise like that on microphone before. That was a proper moment for Richmond there. He went for it. He saw that Waggett had got held up, and that was a handlebars in the face job.
I tell you what a brave young man, because he had that rider in front of him and he thought, I can't afford to lose time.
Well, the thing was, Jeff, if he'd have gone over that jump and followed him and the guy had gone one way or the other, he's got nowhere to go. So all of a sudden, Waggett has a little bit of breathing room, and we're talking a second and a half at the most. This is the furthest that Richmond has been behind. If that's not the stuffing out of the S. Briggs Commercials Yamaha rider, that's shame, because that was a massive hit.
He hit hard. Props to him for taking it on, honestly, because he didn't have a clear run on it, and you cannot falter Charlie Richmond's commitment there.
Did Richmond just have a bit of a look there? I'm not sure.
I think you're right, Phil. I think it's just knocked a bit out of his wind out of his sails. I'm not surprised if he banged his chest there on the handlebars and on the tank. It might have just taken a little bit of wind out of his. So
who have we got for the Phoenix Talks fastest lap then? I'm thinking that is going to be Ryan Waggett.
Yeah, it was Waggett earlier on, and I don't think it's changed. So
2:26 is his best lap. So
oh no, down here, look, Charlie Richmond 2:07.569.
Oh right, okay. So Richmond is going to be taking the points for that one so far. Again, there's some cash for these boys. And this is what we need now. It looks like Richmond's coming back towards him, so he's caught his breath. Yeah,
I think it's exactly what happened. And not only that, the adrenaline of it all.
Yeah,
because he would have been in mid-air thinking,
I'm like this
is going to be a I either ride this out or this is going to end badly.
Yeah, you know, fair play to him. He managed to ride it out, and
his heart rate would have gone up a level there.
Yeah.
As a rider, we've all been there, Phil, when you know you're coming up short. It's not a nice experience.
Oh, he's pulled 2 seconds back in just a few corners.
Yeah, he's got back on it.
He's right there, isn't he?
Let's see if he takes it on again. Still does.
Oh, he's gone for it again, look.
But at least he was straight at that time. Ryan, I thought, was going out the front there.
Yeah, I thought exactly the same. But the 55 Rajiroy Racing KTM then, like I say, the multicoloured Ryan Waggett. I will say he was a shock winner in the first round. I don't think that's unfair. He was one of the riders that was not talked about. Obviously, Jamie Keith was the man that everybody was talked about, and we had him in the studio earlier on, recovering from injury now. So he was out. But Drew Stock and Richmond and...
this is going to be good. This is good now. Richmond, do you know what? I think that when he cased that double, as much as it winded him, I think it's also gone, he's gone, right. It's actually fired him up a bit, I think.
Yes, it has, hasn't it?
Yeah, he's on him now. Okay, but being on him is one thing, making the move. He's already done it once, and of course Ryan then got him back.
And like I say, we don't know the circumstances of that pass, but what we did see was the fact that when he got to the back of Waggett, he couldn't make the move. Once Waggett had passed him back, they're side by side. Waggett's going to shut him out here.
That was close at speed as well.
But look, that's racing. You're not going to move over and give the guy room.
Well, Charlie's had a lot of that last round at Blacksaw, of course.
Yeah.
He had that titanic battle with Drew Stock, and now he's at it again, this time but with Ryan Waggett. Yeah,
so Stock, Alfie Geddes Green in 5th. Another good 6th place then for the 17 of Harry Lee. And it's Fabian Junior Morrison. The 444, now who's the man that we saw boil up in DNF? Tristan Duro, he's there in 8th. So he's having a good race as well.
He is, yeah.
But this battle for the lead, I'll say it looked like he was going to have a run up the inside there, but looking the angles, it foreshortens it no end. That's the view where we get to see how far it is between those two jumps. There's the 531 of Lucas Moncrief.
Yeah,
so
I'm not sure what's going on with Lucas. He's down out. He's dropped way down now, outside the top 20, I think.
Waggett's made a mess of that. It's going to be a change in the lead. Surely Waggett's going to ride him to the outside.
Charlie saw that one coming, but this is where Ryan's been going wide.
He hasn't, but look, the lines are not going to come together because Richmond cuts across.
He pinches him. Yeah,
Waggett's coming back. Waggett down the inside, rides him out.
They scrub him. He's almost going to touch wheels as that was great. Heads up, riding on both of them.
2:34 to go then, +2, and Charlie Richmond fires his way back to the front of this RFX Ron 25 Moto 2. That pass gives him the overall with a 1-1. Waggett will want to come back at him if he can. Has he got anything left in the tank?
Yeah.
Of that KTM?
It's between these two for the overall, no doubt about it. Drew Stock's currently in 4th. He took a 3rd in the opening moto, so here go 3-4 for 3rd overall.
Yeah,
obviously Stat was way down in the opening moto, so he's not in overall top 3 podium contention.
So this was where we saw Richmond make the mistake at the beginning of the race. 150 to go.
So they come back up over the Moto Verde waves on the other side. They're going to be coming into view. So Richmond, if they hold on this corner, he's going to come in stage left. Oh no, there we go.
There we go.
Switch cameras just as he did.
So that gap has already just started to eke out. Richmond then has got a couple of seconds in his pocket already. And I think that Ryan Waggett has done everything that he could do to try and keep that race lead. But you can see, Jeff, there's already a back marker between them, and Richmond has started to pull away.
He doesn't know that yet. I think when he comes around and gets his pit board, then he'll be able to realise he's got a bit of time to work with. Said it before in the opening moto, if you've just got that buffer of a few seconds, you can maybe be more confident in taking wider lines, knowing that you're not going to get overtaken. And he's timed this well, I have to say. He looks good as well. He doesn't look like he's fatigued at any point, Phil.
No, he doesn't. He looks like he's riding well. Like I say, fresh off that excellent result, a second in a moto at the Junior World Championship a few weeks ago in the mud in France, has definitely put a spring in his step as he takes a quick look over his shoulder. He'll get a pit board, hopefully telling him that he's +2 or +3. He's going to have 2 laps to go next time by. So
3 to go from here then.
Yeah. But props to Ryan Waggett. He lost the lead and won it back and held Richmond at bay for pretty much 2/3 of the race distance before the Yamaha man finally got a chance to make a pass, which he managed to make stick.
Yeah, looks like Waggett's just, I wouldn't say physically run out of steam, but I would say maybe psychologically.
He gave it everything to stay at the front. You could tell by the way the gap that they've pulled on Haydenstadt and Drew Stock. It just tells you how hard those guys have been going. They're not even in shot yet.
No, they have checked out. Look at that.
Oh, unbelievable.
Last time around, the top 2 were like nearly 7 seconds, nearly bordering on 8 seconds quicker than Stat. So they've kept their pace up where the others have dropped off. Charlie looking behind him, and there's nobody really there within view.
No, and obviously, if
last lap of the race was also Richmond's fastest, so he went quicker. Not by much, only by another few more tenths, but it just goes to show.
Banging that time in at the end of a 20+2 on a track that's deteriorating lap by lap. That shows you the level at which Richmond has elevated his riding. Those jaunts out, the EMX 125 races that they've done. These guys having to ride at a level that's so much higher than they have to ride here in the GB, and it pulls them along so well. He's not going to jump these now. I think Waggett will have got the plus loads pit board, and he will ride in and take a really well-deserved second overall. And let's not forget, that's going to move him to second in the championship, because he's only a point behind Drew Stock, and he will take second overall and the extra points all.
It's Stat that's going to see the damage of this weekend.
Yeah, I'm not sure
whether he's
Harry...
going to lose a bunch of points from where he was in 4th.
I'm not sure whether Harry Lee is going to overhaul him with that DNF in race
maybe,
one.
but he's going to basically lose a little bit of touch with the top 3. That's the more to the point.
But what that does mean is that for the rest of the season, a man from the northeast has just got to ride every race and try and win it. He can't be thinking about the points. He's already quite a few adrift, although it was only 13 at the start of today. That first race is going to really hurt him. Oh, last lap, Richmond, then 2:10, Waggett 2:13,
wow, look at that.
2:18.
There you go. That's proof in the pudding right there.
And all of a sudden, like I say, Waggett is a whole length of the straight away from the man that he was battling for pretty much the whole of the race. But that's smart. He gave it everything that he could for as long as he could. But Richmond, look at this, is where the lap time's coming from. Still bouncing up there like it's the first lap of a 5-minute sprint session.
Yeah, I just think his confidence has gone up a level. We mentioned it in the first moto, but when you finish anywhere top 5, top 10 in a world championship race, but getting second, we know, he couldn't follow it up in the second moto, but it's still,
that was more down to the conditions than anything else, Jeff. It was a lottery.
But the confidence of it, you're like, you've got to come away from that event going, ooh, like, look at that.
And sometimes that's all it takes for these young riders.
And I think it's showing. It's showed today in his performance. He's executed good starts, good racecraft. He got overtaken in this one. He didn't panic. He's just methodically kept him in tow and applied pressure at the right time. And now he's just checked out. It's a wonderful performance at this point by Charlie Richmond on the S. Briggs Yamaha.
Yeah, so this one's kind of blown itself out a little with the front, massive gaps down the field as well. Charlie Richmond then, he's going to come across the line, take the 1 lap to go board. Well deserved race victory. Has another look over his shoulder. There's Ryan Waggett in second, the 5:48 of Haydenstadt third, Drew Stock the 4:18 in fourth, and a good ride again for Alfie Geddes Green. That's going to net him, I think, 4th overall. 5th should be 6th will be Harry Lee, which I think will get him 5th overall. Jack Evans up to 7th, and a really good recovery from the 444 of Tristan Duro. He's still there He's there in 8th. Fabian Junior Morrison 9th. Zane Stevens, number 80. On the, I think that's the second of the S. Briggs Yamahas. He's there in 10th. But a really competitive field of 125s, and this is, I say, this is the future of the sport. And if you're a decent 125 rider and you want to come and have a go at this, and you're a youngster, then please do, because this is where the future of our sport comes from. Richmond then just obviously toned it down a massive amount, working his way through traffic. He's into the bottom end of the top 20 already, I think. Look over the shoulder then, but he is checked out. Warwick McGregor, he's ended up down in 21st, but he's been a good performer this weekend. I think he's may have had a little bit an off with Lucas Moncrief, because they both ended up dipping down through the order. But I don't think there's any chance that Richmond is going to give this up. You can see that rutted face of that jump. Very, very easy to make a mistake. Well, here he comes for the final time. He'll be glad to not have to go through these again. Doesn't double through. He'll clear this tabletop nicely and enjoy the plaudits of the crowd, who will have enjoyed the race that they've just witnessed. Ryan Waggett doing everything that he could to hang on to the lead for pretty much 2/3 distance, but Richmond finally putting the pass on him and motoring away at some rate of knots, improving his lap time along the way. And he will come across the road to take victory in this second RFX 125 race and the overall victory. His first victory of the year. He'll go 1-1, and he will join Drew Stock and Ryan Waggett with 2 race wins. There's Waggett across the line. That's a good result for him, and he definitely did everything that he could do. And it's Hayden Stat who we're looking for. And his Stat coming across the line on the 418. In fact, it's coming into the wave section, so that's Drew Stock on the 418, I think. Yeah, that is the 418 of Drew Stock, so he's currently in 4th. Oh, he manages to do that double into the turn that we didn't think was on, so props to him for doing that. But whatever problems he had, not able to do it. Hayden Stack comes across the line in 3rd. It will be Stock 4th, and then it should be the 111 of Alfie Geddes Green in 5th. So Preston Docks then in the books for the RFX 125 class. Some great racing as always. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe on our YouTube feed on MXGB-TV. And for those of you watching on FIM-moto.tv, then like and subscribe to that if you can. And obviously that's our worldwide feed. As the rest of the races come by, we're going to be going down to Jeff in the winner's circle very shortly. We'll take a short ad break and we will be back with Jeff.
This is Dirt Store, your online one-stop shop for off-road essentials. All the latest products from the top motorsports brands. Gear, bike parts, protection and accessories. Whether it's an upgrade for you or your bike, Dirt Store has it all.
Down here in the winner's circle, we're going to do something a little bit different this time. We normally wait to the end of the day to do the podium presentation, as it were, but we're just waiting for the official results. How we're going to do this time is I'm going to basically stand out of the way in a minute. Roger, our MC, Roger Warren, doing the event commentary, is going to introduce to everybody here the top 3. We're going to get them up here, and then once we've got them here with their plaques or whatever, I'm then going to move back in and have a word with the top 3. So just if you want to just spin round, we can just see while they're waiting and what they're up to over there while we sort out these awards and the results. I think we've got them. Waiting for the official result, that's the issue. Yeah.
Ryan Wagger. But the man on the top step, it was a perfect day for him. Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner, your event winner here, Charlie Richmond.
Do you want to do the red plate? Just announce them with the red plate as well on both of them.
Richmond. And the red plate, ladies and gentlemen. The red plate goes to Charlie Richmond.
Okay, let's bring it in. There you go, Charlie. Let's chat to all 3 of them very quickly as the MX2 go on the side. I would start with 3rd place, Drew Stock. Drew, again, a solid performance, but just those starts just crippling you a little bit today. By the time you got going, these guys were already gone.
Yeah, not a good start again, but the rear wheel wasn't right then. It's come loose and one of the adjusters is wound in. So the wheel wasn't straight and it wasn't handling right. I crashed on the back and it all just went upside down. It weren't good, but we're all right.
But you're still fighting this championship. It's going to be such a close run thing between you 3. Well done on today. Let's move across and speak to Ryan. Ryan, I spoke to you. Obviously, first moto, I said you need a good start. You kind of got it. You made a move. We couldn't see what happened. So quickly talk us through how you got past Charlie, because we didn't see it.
Well, Charlie got a good jump. I think he had me coming around the first corner button and I passed him coming out. And then over the back, I found a little fast line that cut under Charlie. I managed to do that and get past him to get the lead for a good couple of laps. And then I tied off a bit and then Charlie come past us.
That was a tough race. You pushed each other all the way. I can tell, is that what happened towards the end? You just ran out of a little bit of a steam at the end.
Yeah, I was pushing hard from the start to the finish and it just ran out a little bit, to be honest.
It's not fair, is it, that we actually get you to talk when you're after a moto, but that was a solid performance. I mean, I know you always want to win, but, 2-2, you're still very much in this championship battle.
Yeah, good day. Good to get back to work tomorrow.
The reality of being a young adult. Well, wish you the best of that. Luck with that. Charlie, listen, we said that you're leading this championship and you coming in and you hadn't run a race or an overall. Turn that around, got your first race win, followed up by another one, and your overall. You've got to be pleased with how it went. But we also saw on that live stream there, talk us through that double over there, because the commitment, we thought you weren't going to do it, and you just went, I'm having it, I'm doing it, but you came up a bit short. Talk us through it.
Yeah, I had a perfect day, 1-1-1, but then the second race was good. It was really good. I had a good race with Ryan, but I hit a massive kicker on the double over the back, and I don't know how I stayed on, to be honest. I was in agony, but it was really good. I managed to get around Ryan.
He's being polite. Basically, he's smashed his never regions. As always, got a great team behind him. I think that they deserve a name check, so far away.
Yeah, I can't thank Esbriggs Commercial, Airport Autos, and everyone around the whole team. I wouldn't be here without them.
Good stuff. So there you go. This is your top 3 in the RFX 125. We're going to go to MX2. We're just